It is back to the league marathon for the Blues after a few days of cup sprint. The pain of Wembley eased a bit by the late midweek victory over Leeds, and it's a short hop down the A4 with points back on the agenda today. Everyone needs good neighbours. For Chelsea, there's been nothing good about Brentford lately. The last 4 meetings with them have brought no joy at all. The best result being a goalless draw here a couple of Octobers ago, but the Bees not buzzing very well at the moment. They were hammered by the Hammers on Monday night. Ivan Toney didn't play in their win at the Bridge earlier this season. He's back these days, and Burmo's still out. They got 4 changes here, which tells you plenty about Thomas Frank's problems. Yoane and Wissa, 2 of those coming in, have both caused Chelsea problems in the past. As for the Blues, still a long absentee list, but there are good things happening too, not least the goals of Conor Gallagher. His winner in the Cup came as a sub. He's back in to start today, as are Colwill, Chilwell and Palmer. And Trevor Chalobah starts a game. It's confused us a little bit because there's 3 centre-backs in there somewhere. It may well mean that Ben Chilwell plays on the left wing, but we shall see.
It just shows Ethan Pinnock is sometimes on the eye. He's not the most graceful footballer, but he's a fantastic defender.
Toney blocked. I think it was Colwill, and I think it was probably going wide of the far post actually, but it's close. Good ball out from Reguilon. Wissa just pulling off the shoulder of Disasi. He's got it back one way and another there. Bought himself a bit of time. Brentford just waking up into this game as Wissa lets rip. Petrovic, I think, had it covered, but yeah, Brentford growing here, Damien.
It's quite an open game as well now. I mean, obviously Chelsea, the game from the other night, they would have had a long time to actually work on this shape and that, so there's going to be some issues between the distances, between maybe central defenders, midfield players, and that's an area where they're very strong, I feel, Brentford.
Very little for Petrovic to do, and even less for Mark Flecken. Although here, there's a whiff of a threat as Toney middles it, and Wissa puts it wide.
Yeah, clever ball by Toney, because a lot of height in Chelsea's defence, and very good run by Wissa to try and get across the near post, but you always felt confident that the defenders had it covered.
Chuck a big dust sheet over that lot. And look at that cluster of players as Flecken launches it right in the middle of it. Jorgensen knocking it on! Well, anywhere but there, and it's 1-0. Wissa with the acrobatics, and Petrovic is just hoping he hits it straight at him, and that's exactly what's happened. Oh, that's a lovely ball from Enzo Fernandez. Jackson must be the opener. Should have been the opener. Jorgensen on the line. There's not enough conviction in the finish. He took himself wide. It is by a million miles the best chance of this game so far. And Nicolas Jackson hasn't taken it.
Fantastic play. I mean, lovely pass by Enzo there. Great run by Jackson, but even when he went round the goalkeeper, Flecken, he just didn't seem to have that conviction, that confidence.
Well, he's had the one really big Chelsea chance this half. We've got 10 or 11 minutes to go as Gusto looks for him with a great ball. There you go, right on cue. There's a finish. First time, no problem. Fabulous cross, buried by Jackson. And the Brentford fans who are giving him grief for the last miss are very quiet now.
Well, I've got to say, I mean, it's totally deserved. That's the first thing. And the quality of the part of the ball by Gusto there was absolutely top draw. What is great about it is that he's playing it into an area where he's saying to Jackson, come on, I'm going to give you a chance to go and attack it. Watch his movement in between the 2 central defenders, absolutely fantastic. And then also, which is the quality that we're just speaking about, is to actually head it down into the corner. That's like a really fantastic goal.
Chilwell there is, he's just 27, and he's, a lot older than most of the players in this side. That's an awkward ball in. Reguilon. Really scruffy goal, Mads Roerslev. What an absolute mess. Brentford have got what they needed. An early response in this second half. 1-1. Oh, well, dear.
Well, we spoke about it, how that first 10, 15 minutes. Again, we spoke also about the age in terms of, and I've noticed it sometimes with Disasi, he could clear this with his left foot and that, but just seems to get caught in two-man's mind. Like, as a defender, just deal with the danger and then you can ask the questions afterwards.
Yeah, there's a moment he can wallop that with his left boot for sure. I mean, awkward ball in. Maybe he didn't know Roerslev was coming, but clear it, ask questions later, absolutely. There is. Very high Colwell. Well, you're seeing that muscle again. This is Yoane. Reguilón outside him. Oh, Yoane's hit the post. Petrovic was standing there and hoping, and his prayers were answered. Brentford are that close to turning this round in 7 minutes. And relief. Dear oh dear. Now Gusto is off. Collins definitely tried to foul him. That would have been a card. But look, there's three in the middle. Jackson, Palmer, wide. Proper end-to-end stuff, as someone once said.
Absolutely fantastic play by Gusto and that. I mean, literally probably 10, 15 yards outside Chelsea's penalty box, and he's striding forward, and Collins, what I really like at the end as well, a really intelligent pass and that to pick out Palmer, who, with his quality, should be hitting the target there. He's looked a little, at times he's looked a little bit frustrated today because he hasn't had enough of the ball.
He's missing that bit of composure at the moment. Roerslev, the goal scorers, kept it in. Oh, it's a great cross. It's a super cross that for Wissa. I don't know whether he's trying to guide that back to Tony or guide it into the far corner. Roerslev again here, Reguilón round the back. It's an awkward angle. The chances were he would slice it, but even so, it's a chance.
Such an open game, and we said on 60 minutes it looked like Chelsea have quelled the storm, but this is Brentford at their best, to be fair.
Into Tony. Yep, well, he got sucked in there. Disasi, referee says play on. It's a definite foul. Wissa to Reguilón, look out. Wissa! Tried one of them in the first half, he's finished it in the second, and Brentford have turned this round. From 1-0 down, and looking not all that. It's Brentford 2, Chelsea 1.
Unbelievable response. I mean, the finish is top draw. We mentioned earlier about the quality of Jackson's header, but Wissa, you mentioned it, he tried it in the first half. That's what I like. A top player will keep trying that situation, but I felt that this was just typical Brentford. Great cross by Reguilón, to their credit, but look how many bodies they've got in the box that wanted to pick up the second ball, and then outstanding finish from Wissa. But just notice how many players they get into the box, Brentford.
Here's Jorgensen. Roerslev again. Too much time to get that cross in. Free header. Reguilón, right wing back to left wing back again. He had too much time to cross it as well there, Damien.
Yeah.
No one went. Did you see? He got the ball. He had a touch and he just popped it in front of him. Had a look, set himself, and then drilled the crossing. Palmer's cross. Disasi powers it home. 2-2.
Fantastic play, and as we mentioned earlier, just by someone like Gusto retrieving that ball allows Palmer the opportunity to strike. We get the corner again, didn't just play into the box aimlessly in that, you know, similar to Gusto's in the first half where he's playing it into an area. Outstanding.
Now Sterling. Surely not. Oh, he's trying to pick out Mudryk and Ayak. Boots it clear. 6 minutes and stoppage time. All three results still possible here. Did wonder if that sun might be a factor for Flecken. They have dropped more points from winning positions. But Chelsea still can't beat Brentford. You do wish they'd buzz off, really. 2 points from 15 against them. Could have been better, could have been worse. What you're siding with, Damien Matthew?
Well, after the first half, full of optimism, but maybe that's my Chelsea fan allegiance and that. So, because as we mentioned, you were never expecting Brentford to play as bad or as ineffective as they did first half. Credit to them. I thought that was excellent in the first 15, 20 minutes of the second half. Got back into the game, played the way that they do very well. If there's one criticism of Chelsea, even though I thought the subs were really positive, is that we just need to have even more belief, play with that energy that Raheem showed when he came into the play, and also try and get the ball to arguably our most talented football player in Cole Palmer. But you'll take a point.
Well, Palmer made it happen. Beautiful ball, powered home by Disasi to rescue that point. It was a good derby to watch. Good derby in terms of effort and passion and all that, if not necessarily tons of quality. Either side could have won it, neither did. Brentford 2, Chelsea 2.